Hey there traders, thanks for joining me for this free video from thestockbandit.com. I hope that it was a good week of trading for you. So let's take a look back at last week and how things worked out for the indices. We know that in the week ahead, these key levels are going to play an important role in how individual stocks move. As we turn toward our trading plan, we know that a lot of stocks are going to take their cues from how the overall market is acting. And we've got some important things to take note of here. So for the NASDAQ, last week we saw this index tack on about 1%, kind of continued its run higher from this December 19th low. And by the way, if you're not watching this video in full screen, go ahead and select full screen and select the 720p in the player. That's going to give you the best resolution for the high def picture. So we just continue to creep higher here within this uptrend channel. Now, we did accelerate out of the upper end of this channel here not long ago. We could actually probably redraw that trend line there and maybe kind of just extend it up like this. But we've also got this lower trend line which has yet to be broken. This lower trend line for the NASDAQ has been serving as support. Currently, that's about the 2770 area. So we'll keep a good close eye on that level right there. For the NASDAQ on the upside, we're also taking a look at really the fact that we've run about 11.6% from this December low up until here. So that's a big move over the course of the past several weeks. Really, we've gone unchecked for some time now. And I put out a post on Market Watch on Friday that really it's time to just ring the register and book some gains. So if you're sitting on some pretty significant gains in individual stocks, this is a great spot to be booking some profits because we're coming into a major zone of resistance up here. We've got some room to go before we actually get there, but we may not touch the actual number. And I really do expect this zone that we dealt with for much of last year to play some role here in the near future, especially if we continue higher. So for the NASDAQ, I'm watching this level right up here. That's the late July peak right there. That's around 2862. We also have Thursday's high from last week at 2834 to take note of. For the S&P, this index was only up about 1 point on the week. So really net it's been moving laterally here for several sessions, and that's okay. What it's done is kind of bring it right into this uptrend line that goes back to that December 19th low. So it's trying to rest. We've got this rising trend line at about 1309, so certainly not far from Friday's closing levels. We also have 1333 as last week's high, and then beyond that we've got this zone right up here which is around 1350. So we've got a little room to run here, but not a whole lot before we start really encountering some important resistance areas. For the Russell, this index is now up almost 13% from this December 19th low to current levels. So it's up like 12.6%, I believe. We've got this rising trend line right here which is really around 780 right now. We have last week's high right at 800, and then beyond that is going to be this zone right up here, which is 815. Now that's kind of just the next level that has previously played a role, and here we are, just a little over 2% shy of that level. And then finally, we'll take a look here at the Dow, which has this uptrend line around 12.6. So we're not far from there as of Friday's close. Last week we topped out at 12.841. We have this May high from last year, the 2011 high, at 12.876. So we got within 35 points of that last week, and then we backed off a little bit. That may be an indication that we're getting a little bit tired here after this 6 to 7 week run right here. It's been a significant move. And this index, by the way, the only one that was negative on the week, it was down 57 points. So it didn't give up much ground. But all in all, the market has been really strong, and yet it's been a really one-way type of a market. And so knowing that we're in this very clean, very tight, narrow, persistent channel that's been in place for several weeks, it's just really a good logical spot to start using some strength to at least lighten up. It doesn't mean that the bull's in danger. We've still got this October low, and we've got higher lows since then. We have plenty of room to correct here before even this mid-December low would be in danger. So this is not a call for some major market reversal. It's simply that this market will go both directions, and so far in January we've only seen it go one way. So at some point that's going to change. It's just prudent to keep our risk in check and be mindful that once the market becomes a little bit too predictable, it may be time to start exercising a little bit of added caution. So thanks for joining me for this video. I hope it's a great week of trading for you. I will be back soon with more videos for you, but in the meantime, trade like a bandit.